Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Alright folks, now as you saw in the intro, today's review is going to focus on Transformers Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. Now, I know for some of us that, watch toy reviews on a regular basis, we've seen reviews from Chefatron or Prime vs. Prime and whatnot. So we already have an idea of this particular figure. However, ever since I saw the posting of it on Hasbro Pulse, I went ahead and jumped on it. I mean, good God almighty. This is the variation that a lot of us have been looking for. No third-party, variation or masterpiece variation. And of course, no customization of it or anything else. I wound up getting him via Hasbro Pulse. So, like I said, when they put him out there, I jumped at the chance. Now, I have to say, this is the first Shattered Glass figure that I got, but it's not the reason why I got him, as I already mentioned. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this box. And you have to excuse the condition of the box, because when I got it, the box was kind of banted. I know that they were going for a type of pattern and whatnot, but they could have used a little bit harder cardboard for that. A lot of things have been becoming lax with Hasbro, so honestly, if anyone has seen Big Nerdy's review of what's going on with the packaging issues on his Nerdzoic channel, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is one of the reasons why I hardly ever nowadays shop at retail stores, because we've seen the videos, we've seen the photos of they either return the box but with alternate figures in there instead of what was in there, or they would steal it right off of the damn peg from inside the open window. So, but forgive me, I'm babbling. I don't mean to babble. Sorry. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now over here we have, Ultra Magnus. I'm going to try and zoom in. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and use the ring light. I did not turn it on because it will produce a glare. See? However, I did want to show you. There is that face. That is so awesome. But that's just one of the many faces. Now, as I zoom back out, you will see, the packaging has this really great artwork over here on the side of his rather unique face. You have, and as a matter of fact, let me turn off the ring light. There we go. You have a full body version of him holding up his impressive sword with the purple Autobot symbol breaking through. And as a matter of fact, you have Ultra Magnus. I'll try and get that glare out of there. There we go. And you see him in his robot mode. See him in his car carrier mode. You see him when he's separated and transforms into his individual robot mode. But you also see him with the alternate head. And that is really awesome. Now, according to according to the little bio here, it states, Ultra Magnus has become bored with warfare. Having ended more sparks than he can count, he sets his sight on something greater, the destruction of the universe. Ooh. That is pretty high up there, Magnus. Didn't know you had it in you. Anyway, moving on. Then you have a much more larger close-up of Shattered Glass Magnus. Very nice artwork. So let's go ahead and take one final look at Ultra Magnus. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. Alright folks, there he is out of his box, and holy shit. Oh man, take a look at this figure. Oh man. Don't get me wrong, the Earthrise Magnus is bleeping phenomenal, but in this particular color scheme, oh my god, Hasbro really knocked it out of the park. Don't get me wrong, I have said a lot of things concerning Hasbro and some of their recent practices, especially concerning the open box or the sealed boxes, which leads to, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there because I know everyone's heard about it. But let's focus on this bad boy here. The color scheme that you see for anyone who has collected Transformers from the jump, hell, for anyone that has collected transforming toys before they became Transformers, would recognize this color scheme. And, oh man. So I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but let's go ahead and take a look at this scheme. Good God Almighty! And you can see, just like Earthrise Magnus, yeah, he's got a lot of great molded detail. I'll probably be doing a side-by-side comparison towards the end of the video when I do my comparisons. But man, oh man. A lot of this is basically recolored plastic, and there's some really great paint applications added onto this. Earlier you all saw the head sculpt there, and take a look at that. That is so awesome looking. Wow. But, man, look at all that molded detail he's got on there. Very nice. And as I stated earlier, that color scheme is, phenomenal. Did I say phenomenal? Yes, I did say phenomenal. Look at all that. And the light is catching on all that detail along his shins, the red. The only thing that I do have an issue with, he's got ankle tiltage. Oh man. But yeah, that's one of the things I do have. They still kept that angled up, so it's not laying flush when in vehicle mode. That's the one thing I really did not like. But hey, it is what it is. And then, of course, we go to along the side. Now, as you probably have noticed, they did paint. This was probably originally all red plastic, and they painted the missile launchers. These were tough as hell to import into the peg hole here. As a matter of fact, oi! See, this is one of the reasons why I worry about my toys, because it will not let go. Ah, there we go. See how tight that was? Jesus Christ. And of course there's some paint scuffage, but then that's to be expected, especially since this is painted. And of course you've got here on his shoulder pylons also painted. Let's go ahead and try and put that puppy back on there. Oh my god. Hang on. I'm going to do this off camera real quick. Okay, there we go. Good God Almighty. So then we go to his back, which is very similar. You got the Magnus butt over here. It's backpack, very, very nice. Just see. Just that. Now, in addition to that, he does have basically a recolored version of his rifle. He also has the sword here, just in red plastic. Very, very nice. I'm liking that. Then, of course, you have his shield, which more than likely you can probably put, I want to say, damn, seriously? You can probably put it like this and use it like a handheld shield. So it's like, yeah, not too bad. I'm liking this. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that is not so bad. Very nice. I'm liking it. I'm taking a picture. Click, click. But in addition, you also have his sword, which I'm going to take his rifle off. Eesh. It's a good thing this is not painted. Or this. So oh my god, seriously? Holy shit. Okay, there's a notch here on this sword. And normally, you should be able to put it in there, but it will not go in. However, you just notch it in here, and there you go. He's got that. Ooh. Oh my god. This shit is tight as hell. Okay, I'm going to put his rifle back in his hand. Good God Almighty. Okay, you know what? I mean, don't get me wrong. You did hear me. You did hear me fucking gush about this. But I have to say, Hasbro, come on, man. If you're going to give alternate weapons, especially those that can come apart, at the very least, make the hands open enough to where it can actually fit. This is BS right here, man. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is fucking bullshit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off because this is fucking tight as hell. And let's see. I think you should be able... No! Seriously? Okay, you know what? Hang on a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to actually look at the instructions. Okay, so reason why I'm kind of griping about the sword right now, in addition, because the hands just basically do not hold the sword that deeply. But in addition, there's hardly any type of storage in robot mode when he's not holding the sword. But I was able to find a way. Kind of a fan thing. So, let's see. There is this tab right here. Right here. And I put it into this peg hole here. So you do have enough clearance because there's not a whole lot of space between that peg and this hammer deal. Now I did try to see if there was a way to do this. No, it's not holding on. So you would have to go ahead and try and peg it like that. And if you wanted to have it at an angle, you can. But that's one way of doing it. Now, granted, it's not the official. I did not find this in the instruction. But there it is. So, moving on, because there's a couple of other accessories. Now, this little baby here, as you can tell, is their version of the Matrix. Now, the thing about it is, I'm not exactly sure if it's supposed to go in the chest. I mean, why give him a Matrix if you're not going to put it in his chest? Now, I am looking in the instruction book here. And yeah, I am not seeing anything on here. I mean, they do show the steps for transformation, which for anyone that's had either the Siege or the Earthrise version of Ultra Magnus, is pretty much similar. However, for this, yeah, it does not show. I mean, naturally, I would go ahead and put the Matrix in his chest, which I may do during the transformation. I did not realize this went out of focus. Sorry! But we are now going to go to the grand finale of the accessories, and that is Magnus's head. Now, I kind of wish they had given him the blue eyes, but you know what? It is not bad. I am liking this all the way around. Now, of course, it looks like you just pop off the head. There is a screw here, and he does have light piping, mind you. And I really wish I had a flashlight to be able to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and see. And I just want to just double check one thing, because the last thing I want to do is pop the head off and then pop the ball joint along with it. That would so piss me off. Now, it doesn't say it requires any unscrewing, which is a good thing. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Oh! And boy, man, this thing's tight. Ooh, hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. Oh, God. Wow. You have to put in a good amount of force for this. So, I'm just going to tell you, folks. Hang on a sec. There we go. Focus. Thank you much. I need to tell you all. This came off pretty easy. You all saw that. However, this head was a mofo. You have to push really hard to get that to pop in there. So do be careful. Now, I did mention that this head back here does contain a screw, so you might be able to unscrew it enough to where you can be able to pop this thing off. Personally, I do not want to take this head off. So this this bestial face on here, come on, focus, damn it. This bestial face on here with the really cool looking blue eyes, which kind of contrasts from the red helmet, will more than likely be the last time you see this head. So, sorry. Now, as for this neat little thing, I have no idea how to do this. Now, more than likely, there is probably a third-party add-on set that will do that to kind of like replay the scene from Transformers the movie. So I may go ahead and pick one of those up just to mount this in his chest. But for the time being, I'm going to put that off to the side. And focus. Thank you. So there he is in all his Cybertronian glory, or Shattered Glass Cybertronian glory. And very nice. I mean, I cannot gush more about this. So give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead just so I can avoid losing these smaller pieces, and I will come back with transformation. All right, I'm back. Now, in preparation for this next segment, I went ahead and removed all his accessory and weapons. That includes the missile pods, his rifle, as well as his sword. Now, the other two accessories, which was the alternate head and the matrix, are in this nice little baggie, so they don't go flying off all over the place. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and proceed forward. Alright, so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this portion off. So with that, all we have to do is just unsnap it from these two pegs over here, and we just flip that open, and we just ow, and we gotta go ahead and, oh my goodness, this thing is tight as a mofo. Come on, let go, damn it. There we go. So this thing is kind of hinged by these two little, brackets here. Now, of course, and bah. So all this is going to be just laid out like so. Now, that being done, now all we gotta do is take off the forearm covers, and of course that is pegged in with this peg hole, or I should say with this peg right here, and into the peg hole in the forearm. Of course you gotta do that twice. So that's one. There's two. And like I said, it's not much of a difference. It's just like Magnus's. Alright. And of course we gotta get this portion off. So we just snap that off. Ooh, come on baby, let go. Oh my goodness. Oh, damn. Sorry about that. Yeah, a lot of these pieces are, they're really tight. So there's no looseness involved in this. Alright, so now that that portion is done, we just go ahead and pull this open, both legs, and we just take these off and this off as well. Alright. Now, we just gotta open this up, because what we're going to do before is transform him into the smaller robot. And there he is, and oh my god! Yes. Holy shit, this is fucking awesome! Oh, knew I was forgetting something. I turned that around, and there we go. So, wow. Oh, look at that. That is damn it all. Alright. So that is Magnus in a much more smaller mode, but the cab, not a big deal. And I probably should go ahead and do a comparison of both of these. But I'll probably show that off when I do the comparisons as well. But let's go ahead and proceed further. We're going to go ahead and get him transformed into vehicle mode. So we untap here from the arms. And there we go. Put the head back in. Now, and we gotta go ahead and make sure that this is lined up like it was before. So for some reason, I guess I wasn't doing it right with Earthrise, but this portion did not always want to go up. You just have to line it up precisely in order for that to happen. But this portion here can go down again, and you just rotate that around and push forward, and there we go. Now you just go ahead and there we go. We gotta go ahead. There is a tab right here that goes into those slots right there on either side. Like that. And put the hands down like so. Now there was a nice little trick that I saw when I was looking at this, so not a big deal. Now we're going to go ahead and put the feet up like so. And there is a really, really small tab on the inside of his crotch piece that is going to snap into this really small peg hole. So once that's there, you just snap that in, and you also snap these portions in, and you got his vehicle mode. Now for some reason this one it's rolling loose, but it's not rolling when pushing it around, so that kind of sucks. But there he is, just his cab alone. Nice. I'm really liking that. Alright, so one of the things we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and make his trailer. So we're going to go ahead and just extend all this out And that is going to be it right there. So that is for that side there. This one's going to be the same way. And boom. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and tab these portions. So there is that little tab right here. It's going to go into that slot right there. Like I said, it is exactly the same as Earthrise Magnus, or if you prefer, Siege Magnus. So just tab everything together if it wants to tab together. Oh, there we go. Good God, this shit is tight. Alrighty, that's one side. Let's go for number 2, shall we? And let's just go ahead and tab this portion here. And tab this portion in here. And there we go. So now we got the cargo kit, or at least the car carrier. Whoops, sorry. Okay, try and snap this puppy back in. Alright. Now, there are a couple of areas, I do believe, that would need to snap in. Oh, let go. Now, one of the things we gotta do is right here, put these, sorry for those that didn't see it because I was out of camera range, you put these together and you extend, there we go. So this is on a type of little pig mushroom that's kind of flat, so you just slide that in. I should say, these were down, so you have to go ahead and move these up. Put this in here. Now these two U-shaped deals are going to go between this little bracket right here. And there we go. Now, that being done, ooh, one other thing, almost forgot. So, one of the things that is, oh, there we go. So we gotta put the hands, like this, because what they're gonna do is they're going to hold, these hands are gonna fold onto these the pegs here. And what's it going to, sorry, what that is supposed to do, and I don't think it's doing it on this side, so let's try it this way. Oh, you know what? Silly me. Let's try it this way. So now we just have to, sorry, shoot. Okay, for those that are not seeing any of this, good God almighty, come on, man. There we go. So this is going to hold like so. Wondering if that is supposed to be like that. Ah, there we go. That's like that. Okay, so it's going to go like this, holding on to or maybe it's like this. Yes, there we go, like that. Sorry. It's been a while since I've actually transformed a Magnus. There. So there we go, like so. Now we're going to go ahead and put the legs like that. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and just hook these up. And like so. There we go. I do believe. Do we have it? Yes, yes, yes. Now, I'm thinking that, oh yes, I have a throwback from so there is, I want to say, you got this peg lock system here. Okay. I am, yeah, getting a little bit. Oh, come on. Okay. So, like I said, it's been a while since I've transformed a Magnus. Oh, for God's sake. Hang on, folks. Alright, okay, so I went back to review and I saw what I did wrong. So, there are tabs here and this over here, which is a throwback from the Siege line, which also transferred over to Magnus, or I should say to Earthrise. So these tabs go into these slots located here and here. Now, one of the damnedest thing is trying to get these things on here, which, yay, I was able to do. Royal pain in my ass here. Alright, so there we go, like so. Now, at this point, all we gotta do is just get this section. Let's see, yeah, okay, so we just gotta go ahead and snap this in, and wow, there we go. There's Shattered Glass Magnus in his vehicle mode, and wow, Very, very nice. Now, of course, there are his accessories that can be put on, such as his shoulder missiles can be put on here, and right here, right there. So they can be angled out on the top. Okay. And of course, you can probably put his blaster here on the center peg, which is right between his smokestacks, which honestly should have been on either side. But hey, I'm not complaining much. And then, of course, his sword, which according to the instructions, is supposed to go one. Yeah. Supposed to go and like so here, and supposed to go on the side, but where? Maybe, or supposed to go somewhere here. You know what? I do not know, because I mean, there's no close-up detail. It does say it's supposed to go along here on the side. The only problem is there is no tab. Now, of course, I am not certain, folks. So, screw it. I'm not going to kill myself in trying to figure out where the hell this damn sword is supposed to go. It's kind of a disappointment. But I have to say, I am so liking this vehicle mode. So, there he is, transformed into vehicle mode. So, give you a moment. I'm going to go ahead and get him transformed into robot mode so we can do a comparison both armored up, unarmored, and in vehicle mode. So I'll be right back. Alright folks, now as I mentioned earlier, I did say I was going to go ahead and do a comparison of both Earthrise as well as Shattered Glass Magnus. As you can tell, they are as night and day. Man, I mean, I cannot, like I said, I cannot gush more about this. This is so fucking awesome. And yes, I've been dropping F-bombs. I'm not being monetized anyway right now, so I ain't gonna worry too much about it. But I mean, like I mentioned before, oh my god, this is the Magnus that we have been looking for ever since its initial or original Diaclone run. I mean, so awesome! I love this. Uh, but as you can tell, totally different as night and day. Now, of course, he does have a much more lighter blue than Earthrise, and a lot of his color is kind of a light blue, and the certain areas kind of accentuate other colors big time. But I do have to say, I mean, wow, this is awesome. So, all right, so we're gonna do one more comparison, and that's in vehicle mode. All right, and here is Magnus in just his transformed cab mode, or I should say his cab in robot mode. And man, oh man, I mean, wow. I mean, imagine how awesome, it would have been if they had gone ahead and just given us the toy as he looked, because I have seen some stills from the old 86 movie, which had this color scheme, or I should say, as you saw him earlier, all armored up, that color scheme there. Imagine if they had released a toy like that. Oh my god, that that would have been awesome. But wow, I do not know what else to say. I mean, they look so flippin' awesome, and not to mention, I'm just thinking about it right now. Whoops, sorry, accidentally kicked the tripod. That if they did keep them with this color scheme, you can tell that the color scheme itself would have been where it is his own individual character. Not that he isn't his own character, it's just that some people had called him a white Optimus because of the car carrier and stuff. But this color scheme just gives him a different look, aura and feel to him. So, wow. Alright, so give me a moment to go ahead and get him transformed for vehicle mode, and we'll do the comparison in vehicle mode, and then we'll go ahead and continue on from there. All right, and here they are in vehicle mode now, and like I said, as different as night and day. And oh my god, I mean, I'm gonna try and zoom out enough to where y'all can see this. I mean, good god, man, that, wow. Now, one thing I did notice just now is the paint applications for the cab. Now, over here you do see on Earthrise Magnus, you do see some, the gray indicating a window, which honestly should have been different color. But on this side, you don't see any type of paint app to indicate a window. So I kind of wish that Hasbro had done that to complete the look. Also, if they're going to give him a matrix, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and save my final comments for that. So give me a moment to get them both transformed into their fully armored, robot mode, and I will be right back. All right. Thank you for waiting. I did a little bit of add-ons in terms of both of these figures. Now, when I originally got this Magnus, one thing I did not notice was the Autobot symbol that's on his right shoulder. There was a scratch on there, so this Autobot symbol is basically going to be there to cover that up. But this kind of completes the look. Also, both in both variations of his armored as well as unarmored robot mode, you had that purple Autobot symbol on there indicating the Shattered Glass. I'm not going to have him as a Shattered Glass variant. I'm going to have him as a Diaclone variant, and hence I went ahead and I happen to have some Toy Hacks labels. So I went ahead and put one for his smaller robot mode, as well as one for here, where if you saw earlier, he had a purple Autobot symbol. So there he is. So I'm going to go ahead and get Earthrise Magnus out of the way. Now we can finally take a look at this one. And oh my god, like I said, this is an awesome figure. If you have the opportunity to pick this figure up, whether you're a fan of Shattered Glass or you just want to have a Diaclone variant of Magnus, get it. It is worth the price. Though, of course, I do have to say, speaking of that, they gave him a really oversized box. And honestly, I don't think he really needed that oversized box. I can understand if he had more accessories and stuff like that, but he didn't. So this was kind of a waste. However, in addition, I did forget something. I also got the comic. I have yet to open it up, but yeah, this is issue 1 of Shattered Glass 2, so it's going to be interesting to read. I may go ahead and do a review on this when I do read that, but wow. So I have to say, on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to give this one a 10. This is one of the very rare 10s that I give to any figure. I mean, granted, the physical look of this Magnus is definitely the same as Earthrise Magnus. The only difference is a lot of color. Now, I would have taken away points because of the paint apps around the missile pods that cause the pegs to be really tight to put in. So just to let you know, it is going to be a tight fit, and just be careful on that. And also the weapons. The weapons were hard to put in there. I was really disappointed in that. The Matrix, without a third-party add-on to put that in his chest, it's not even sure why it's even there. And of course, the head. The head that it came with originally was easy to pop off. It was putting that head, this one, his regular head, onto that ball peg, which was a pain in the ass. I had to really push down on it, and oftentimes when you have to put that much force, definitely be careful. The last thing you want to do is break the ball point. The ball joint. So just take extra care on that. So, like I said, on a scale of 1 through 10, despite its faults, I'm still giving this a 10. I am so floored with this figure. I am so glad I went ahead and invested in it. But that is my take on the figure. I want to hear from you. Were you able to pick this one up? And if you did, do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me a comment about it in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. I'd like to thank everyone who has watched this video as well as my previous videos in the past. I am so grateful for the following that I have, for the viewership, and I want this channel to grow even further. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.